Greetings, everyone. Well, if my previous video with all the Christmas ones had an inappropriate shirt for Christmas, this one I think will make this shirt a little more appropriate. Yes. Recently picked up some acquisitions to the superhero Blu-ray collection. Yeah, a whole bunch of stuff based on comic books and the like. And don't know what more I can say about it. Let's check them out. Superhero Blu-rays on the HAULiday Updates today on the Multimedia Chronicles. Welcome back. Okay, let's get right into it, shall we? So first things first, picked up a couple of new additions to the DC Universe Animated Original Movies collection. Definitely want to grab these as close as possible to when they come out because they have gorgeous slipcovers that really are worth tracking down. And these two were certainly no exception. And I know that there's been one or two more movies since these came out, and I wanted to make sure I got the slipcovers for them. So first off, we picked up Justice League Doom. Now look at that. Can you see how shiny and bumpy that is? Isn't that nice? Yeah, all of the DC Universe animated movie slipcovers are like that. It's really, really nice. And then, see inside, if you just get it without the slipcover, I mean, the artwork's nice and everything, but it's nowhere near as snazzy as it is with the slipcover. Yeah. On the corner even, it's all bumpy and raised and beautiful, and even the back is all shiny and metallic. It's really sweet. So this is another one based on a popular story arc from the comics. Let's see what we've got on the extras. So exclusively on the Blu-ray edition, we have Guarding the Balance, Batman and the JLA, Cyborg, His Time Has Come, Creative Team Commentary, and a DC digital comic book, Justice League of America, issue number 43, Tower of Babel. So that's pretty cool. And then we have additional extras, which I guess are also on the DVD edition. A League of One, the Dwayne McDuffie story. A preview of DC Universe's next animated original movie, Superman vs. the Elite. And Bruce Timm presents 2 bonus cartoons. So there we go. I don't know off top of my head what the 2 bonus cartoons are. I don't think it says on here, but usually they're episodes of the Justice League animated show or Batman animated series or Superman animated series. Basically something that relates somehow to whatever the movie is. So next up we picked up another one, also with, I really like the cover on this one actually. We got Superman Unbound, yeah, which is basically Superman going up against his cyborg nemesis Brainiac, which is, pretty cool. So Superman Unbound, we've got, we just take a look at the back here and take a look at the side. It's quite nice. So these two actually look really good next to each other. You can see they have the nice spines there. I like the spines. So then we have special features. We got Brainiac, Technology and Terror. Preview of DC Universe's next animated movie, Justice League, The Flashpoint Paradox, which is actually out now. I need to pick that one up. From the DC Comics Vault, 4 bonus cartoons. So another 4, probably episodes of Superman the Animated Series. That's usually the way these things go. And a digital comic excerpt from the graphic novel Superman Brainiac. And then exclusive Blu-ray features, we've got Kandor, History of the Bottle City, and Superman Unbound audio commentary. That's kind of interesting that they're making the audio commentary exclusive to the Blu-ray edition now. Interesting. Some of you may be wondering if I plan to pick up the combined edition of The Dark Knight Returns, because as you know, I have parts 1 and 2, the original parts 1 and 2 release. Maybe. It's not high on the priority list. I don't know that it has much in the way of additional content other than having the 2 parts joined together into one massive 2.5-hour movie. I might pick it up. If I see it on sale at some point, I might grab it just for completion's sake. But at this point, there's no big rush. Next up, we got some Marvel stuff. I was really surprised to see this one get a Blu-ray release, but delighted at the same time. We have the 1990 film adaptation, originally released direct-to-video. The last time I saw this was on VHS. of Captain America. There we go. This is the one directed by Albert Pyun. Yes, Albert Pyun, who did a lot of stuff for Full Moon Entertainment around this time, and a lot of independent stuff as well. So, yeah, Captain America. Not too bad. And I always liked it. At the time, this was the best live-action Captain America that we had. It actually has him fighting the Red Skull and stuff like that. And, you know, and I mean, the costume's pretty damn accurate. You know, certainly better than those 2 TV movies that came out in the late 70s, where his cowl was actually a motorcycle helmet. Those are actually on DVD as well. I need to pick those up for completion's sake because they're good, cheese-tastic fun. But yeah, pretty cool. And this also features Ronnie Cox as the President of the United States. Ronnie Cox, many of you will probably know from the original RoboCop. He played Dick Jones. And, yeah, so it was kind of interesting, because I mainly knew him from RoboCop, but see him as a comparatively nice character in this was kind of a shock. Oh my god. But funny thing is, prior to RoboCop, he was primarily known for playing nice characters, so go figure. So this one, we basically got one special feature. We have a brand new featurette looking back at Captain America with director Albert Pyun and star Matt Salinger. So there you go. So pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. I was actually surprised. I didn't know that there was actually a film print version of this. I thought this was one of those shot on film, edited and mastered on video, but maybe they remastered it from the ground up. I don't know. Whatever the case may be, it's on Blu-ray now, so definitely one to check out if you're a fan of good old Cap. Next up, this is one I've been wanting to see since I first heard they were doing it. It came out, I guess, shortly before Christmas, or it came out in December on DVD and Blu-ray. And wanted to grab it, but it was a little bit more than I wanted to pay for it. Generally saw this particular edition going for around $30-35 and didn't feel like shelling out that much for it. However, at Future Shop's Boxing Week sale, they had it on for $19.99, so not too shabby. We picked up the Blu-ray 3D version, which also includes the Unleashed extended cut of the Wolverine. Yeah, I actually just watched this last night. Really good stuff, and actually it has a black case, which is kind of interesting. And I noticed already the slipcover seems to be getting harder to find. A lot of the ones on the sale rack didn't have the slipcover. I found one on the regular rack and got it for the sale price, obviously, because the UPC is the same. Had the slipcover, so I grabbed it. But interesting side note, I did not know this until after bringing it home. The 3D version is actually only the theatrical cut. There is no extended version in 3D. So if you want the extended cut in 3D, you're SOL, because it's not in 3D. Only the theatrical version is. And contrary to popular belief, there was a rumor going around that you could only get the extended cut if you bought the 3D edition. That is untrue. You can actually get the extended cut on the 2D edition as well. So you don't need to buy the more expensive 3D edition. You can get it on the regular edition as well. So don't worry about that. If you want the extended cut, it's easy to obtain. I don't know why some of the initial press releases, I guess, said you could only get it on the 3D edition. Well, they were wrong. You can get it on the 2D edition as well. And last, but most certainly not least, I put off getting these films for so bloody long. It's a trilogy that I've always really enjoyed. I know people are kind of mixed on it, but or like parts of it, but not others. But I enjoy all 3 of them, honestly. I think it's a terrific trilogy, and I was kind of sad that they decided to reboot it after this rather than continuing it. But I put off getting these for a very long time because the DVD editions had quite a pile of extras, and none of the Blu-ray editions have come even close to matching the sheer volume of extras that were on the DVD editions. I've basically given up waiting for that ultimate Blu-ray edition to come out, because I don't think it's ever going to happen. You know, the one that includes everything, yeah, there is no such one, and I don't think it's ever going to happen. So I think this is yet another one, another series of movies where if we want everything, we basically have no choice but to own multiple editions. So eventually I'll track down some of the old deluxe DVD editions just to get the additional extras. But for now, at least I've got the movies in the best possible quality. These were released back at the dawn of Blu-ray, and they were recently re-released and I believe remastered with just god-awful covers. They had like horrible covers, and that was another thing that put me off getting them. I didn't want to get those covers. But then Future Shop came out with all 3 of them in exclusive Steelbook packaging. What am I talking about? the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy. So this is the Steelbook edition, which, you know, still isn't a great cover, but it's definitely an improvement over the crappy ones that we got. Let me see if I can pull up a picture of those. Can we see that? This is what the regular edition looks like. Like, did a 5-year-old do that cover? Seriously? Like, that is absolutely god-awful. Like, horrible. Why would you choose that to represent your product? The original movie poster was fantastic. Why didn't they just use that again? I don't know. Anyway, this one is definitely an improvement. I do like the spider logo on the front there. And basically they just chose to do... I probably can't see that too well. But anyway, they chose to just pick an action shot and put that on there. Pretty nice. And then on the back I think is the same as the regular edition. But this is actually just a piece of paper that you can remove, which I probably will. It's got some of the, you know, the snot glue on it. So actually, let's remove it right now, shall we? Oh. This is going to be harder than I thought. Hold on. Oh, God. They put like a bar of the snot glue on. There. Yeah, look at that. Look at that shit. Jeez Louise. Anyway, the back of the actual Steelbook is pretty snazzy. You just get the spider logo on there. It's pretty nice. So that's number one. I should mention, these were on sale for $7.99 each, which is pretty cool. Which means I basically got the entire trilogy for about $24, which is what you would normally pay for like one Steelbook. So here's the second one. We got Spidey fighting Doc Ock there. Nice little action shot. And again, same on the back. And then underneath... Oh, great. They put the bar right down the middle. Anyway, same spider logo on the back. So pretty nice there. And then finally, the third one. I don't know, this is the action shot I kind of like the least. We've got Spider-Man just punching Sandman's guts out through his spine. Which is great. So, there we go. And then inside is, just to give you a look at the inside, a little bit of artwork in there. You got the Spider-Man there looking all gloomy, and then the gray, of course, because this has the black costume in it, and we got that on the back as well. And then this one, yeah, this one again just has an action shot on the inside, and I think it's the same. Actually, it's the same action shot that's on the cover, just bigger on the inside, and then bigger on the inside. It's a TARDIS. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, okay, anyway. And then the first one, just pretty simple. We got the upside down kiss for the artwork, and then the just the disc art there. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Now in terms of extras, sparse though they are, the first one, we've got multi-angle webisodes, behind the scenes of Spider-Man, director profile Sam Raimi, screen test for Tobey Maguire, J.K. Simmons, and the CGI Spider-Man, which was a pretty big deal at the time. Historical documentary, Spider-Man, the Mythology of the 21st Century. Costume and makeup test, gag and outtake reel, and more. So it's actually a pretty decent extras package, but it's still not as much as you got on the DVD editions. The second one, you've got commentary with director Sam Raimi, Tobey Maguire, producer Avi Arad, and co-producer Grant Curtis. Technical commentary with producer Laura Ziskin and screenwriter Alvin Sargent. Blooper reel, Hero in Crisis, Making the Amazing, a 12-part documentary, Ockumentary, 8 Arms to Hold You, and visual effects breakdowns. And I should also mention this does include Spider-Man 2.1, which was the extended cut of Spider-Man 2. So it includes both the theatrical cut and the extended cut, which is pretty cool. I'm glad that they did that. And then finally the third one, I would have thought, because I remember the original release of the third one had all the extras from the DVD. I don't know, it seems like they skimped out on them for this re-release. I don't know why. So special features, you got filmmaker and cast commentaries, Snow Patrol music video, bloopers, and photo galleries. That's it? Really? Commentary, music video, bloopers, and photo galleries. And that's it. I seem to recall the original release of this having way more stuff on it. I know a lot of people hate Spider-Man 3 passionately. Honestly, I've never understood why. They equate it to X-Men 3. I don't think it's anywhere near as bad as X-Men 3. I think X-Men 3 is an absolute shit fest. I've done many a video about it and many a discussion about it in the chat rooms. Spider-Man 3, the only issue with Spider-Man 3 is Sam Raimi was forced to shoehorn Venom into it. And I think people put way too much emphasis on the so-called Peter Parker emo scene, like the dance scene. And like that's all they remember about it. It's like, oh, it's that stupid dancing movie. It's like, no, that's like a couple minutes of the movie. Of what is it? That's like 2 or 3 minutes of a 139-minute movie. I mean, come on, some perspective, people. The rest of it I thought was fine. I mean, Harry finally overcomes his hatred. You get to find out more about what actually happened the night that Uncle Ben died. I actually liked Topher Grace as Brock, slash Venom. I enjoyed his performance, and it was nice to see him stretching his acting muscles a bit as a bad guy, and I thought he did it quite well. And I really liked What's-His-Face, who's the actor whose name I can never remember, who played Sandman. Where is it here? Oh, I can't even read this. Thomas Hayden Church, I think? Yeah, anyway, really liked the actor who played Sandman. I thought he was perfectly cast. And so, I don't know. I don't get... I mean, you look at something like Batman and Robin. Now, that is a fucked up superhero movie that suffers from overcrowding. And I see people using the overcrowding argument against Spider-Man 3, but there's 2 villains. We've had plenty of superhero movies with 2 villains, and it's fine. You can have 2. Anything over 2, and, it gets to be a bit much. I think people complain because it seemed like it was trying to do too much in the one movie. Maybe, but honestly, I mean, Sam Raimi is a very competent director, and I think he handled it way better than a lesser director would have. Considering how much studio pressure there was to throw Venom into the mix and do this and do that, I think he handled it as well as could be expected, and I don't think it's anywhere near as bad as people think it is, but that's my opinion. Feel free to agree or disagree. The first one I've seen more than any others. Spider-Man 2 I've actually only seen once. Spider-Man 3 I've actually only seen once. So I'm actually really looking forward to sitting down and marathoning all 3 of them. Good stuff. And seeing Captain America again. Finally saw Wolverine. Wolverine was awesome. I really enjoyed that a lot. It really, to me, called up memories of a lot of the old comics. Because in the old comics, he would visit Japan fairly frequently. He had a lot of ties with Japan. And I remember a few storylines back in the 80s where he would go to Japan, and it was good stuff. And I really enjoyed it a lot. I watched the extended cut, which has a few more F-bombs, a lot more blood and guts, which is perfect for me, for Wolverine. Because I think Wolverine is that kind of hard-edged character that you want that roughness to, And I think they really did well. Boy, I gotta say, since Tom Rothman left Fox, the X-Men movies have been getting a lot better. Coincidence? Yeah, don't think so. Tom Rothman can go fuck himself forever. I'm so glad that he's out of the picture. So the Wolverine was great, and I'm actually planning to go see Days of Future Past in the theater when it comes out. Really looking forward to that one. Alrighty, that is it from me to you for now. Superhero editions, good stuff. So we'll see you next time for more of the HAULiday Update. Until then, thanks for watching, and sayonara. Look at that. Nice streak of booger bar grease there. That's lovely. Ew.